Hi friends, it's Sarah. Today we're going to walk through reading a crochet pattern for amigurumi. If you're interested in following along with this exact pattern, there's a link down in the description. Okay, let's jump in. Most patterns will give you an abbreviation key. This helps because some of the things might be different depending on location of the pattern writer or just common knowledge of certain things. For example, I personally use the term magic circle instead of magic ring. So on my pattern here, it's abbreviated as MC. So if you see it as a magic ring, MR, that'll be usually told to you in the abbreviation. Also, you'll notice when I use DEC, I'm referring to an invisible decrease. Most patterns will also let you know what supplies you're going to need, or they'll give you a suggestion of the type of yarn that they're using. Remember, substitutions are always possible. For example, instead of a stitch marker, you might be using a scrap piece of yarn. And instead of, say, Premier Parfait Chunky, you're using Bernat Baby Blanket. Just know if you are changing yarn type, you may need to adjust the hook size accordingly. Always read any notes or special stitches mentioned. Sometimes a pattern designer will give you important tips before you get started. It's tempting to jump right into the pattern, but trust me, if the pattern is at all complex, you will want to know what the designer has to say. Okay, let's jump into the pattern now. As we saw in the abbreviations, R&D is the round you are on. This particular one tells you what color to start with. So here it says 6 single crochet in C with a 6 in parentheses. So this means that you will create a magic ring with 6 single crochets in it. The parentheses will tell you how many stitches you should have at the end of that round. So round 2 says working in BLOSC in each stitch. Parentheses 6. This means in the back loops only of this entire round, you will single crochet in every stitch. Again, the parentheses tells you how many stitches you will end up with. Round 3 in this pattern tells you to single crochet in each stitch. Sometimes patterns will say SC times 6, meaning you will single crochet 6 times during that round. Now you will notice a color change is mentioned. Some designers will show a color change by using bold letters or even changing the color of their words to signify the color change. Round 4, working in FLO INC in each stitch. So this means you are working only in the front loops during this round, and you will increase in each stitch. And remember, an increase means 2 single crochets made in the same stitch in that round. Round 5 shows brackets around 1 SC INC times 6. So this means you'll be doing everything in the brackets 6 times. So you will single crochet, then increase, then repeat. Round 6 to 11 is shown here, signaling you will be doing the same thing during each of those rounds. Some designers will put the number of rounds you'll be working with, and some do not. So pay careful attention to this. The rest of the pattern you will notice is in the same fashion, with brackets signaling what to repeat during the round and when to make the same stitch patterns in multiple rounds. Once you get to round 19, you're going to notice another abbreviation coming in. This is a decrease. Using an invisible decrease, you'll be crocheting 2 stitches together into 1. This is how we start to close or finish off our amigurumi piece. Most patterns will tell you when to add your eyes. If you're planning on embroidering your eyes, you can skip those instructions. They will also suggest when to start stuffing. At the very end, some designers will tell you to fasten off, leaving a tail to weave through. If you do not see this mentioned or specific instructions, it is still wise to do it anyways. This particular one tells you how to weave your tail so that you can pull it close. It also instructs you how to hide the ends inside the body. My particular pattern has all my socials at the end, and other designers oftentimes will put it up in the front. Everyone has their own style. So if you happen to make this little pair, be sure to tag me on Instagram or TikTok because I would love to see your work. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crochet fun. Until next time, happy crocheting.